It was Tuesday night. First, we see a group of 5 walking down Cuthbert Street, right next to Comcast Technology Center Tower. And suspects get out of a stolen Honda and surround them. One of them points a gun at them and even at a car riding by, and next, the robbery commences. In total, police say 3 suspects stole 2 Rolex watches with a combined worth of $37,000. Then, they get back in and ride off.
What is up, YouTube? It's your boy G11 back at it again with another episode of Homie Talk, where we have real discussion about real things happening right now. Now, today's topic comes straight out of the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, by way of Pennsylvania. Now, Philly, I'm sorry to do this to you. I really am. I am absolutely sorry, but we got some stuff to talk about here, okay? You know, basically, as you guys saw in that initial video, earlier this month, there was a robbery at Gunpoint in Center City. These folks were leaving a wedding party, I believe, when that silver Honda pulled up. A couple of guys hopped out. They looked kind of young, random donations, and took off. Now, for those of you who don't know, Center City, most parts of Center City, rather, is a pretty dense population dense area, so you'll have people out and about walking around, and especially the area they were in, you see people walking on the other sidewalk. You know, they didn't have a care in the world. They probably just had a good night on their way back, and then that shit happened to them. So there's a reason why I want to talk about this, because it is the holidays. Safety is always an issue, but this in particular was a little bit strange to me, and I'll explain why in a minute. I got an article about it, and we'll go down and I'll explain it as I go. We'll wrap it up and call it a day. So without further ado, let's get right to it. This comes from ABC 6. Armed robbery. Philadelphia police investigating string of armed robberies across Center City. So this tells me this isn't the first one that's happened. Video obtained by Action News shows an armed robbery that occurred Tuesday along the 1800 block of Cuthbert Street. So this was from 10 December earlier this month. Philadelphia police are investigating several armed robberies that have taken place in Center City. The latest incident happened Friday after 6 near 22nd and Sampson Streets. Police say 3 males believed to be in their late 20s, extra dusty, all pointed guns at the pedestrians involved stealing money and jewelry. Officials confirmed similar armed robberies that also occurred back in September some months ago. So we do have the video again here. Let me see if it'll play. Hopefully it does. Sorry, my internet struggle. So yep, you guys see it here. They're walking, that Honda pulls up. Homie walks over. Let me maximize this for y'all. Look at that. He stops them. He's got the gun out. They're like random ducats. So they're surrounded. You see the other people on the top. I know you guys can't see my cursor, but it's a busy street. You got other cars going and other people just walking about. So they continue. Looks like they blurred the people's faces out for their safety, their identities, and all that. But they're running their pockets, they're running their wallets, they're getting jewelry. And I believe 2 of the guys that were robbed had really expensive Rolex watches, which we'll get into. And then just like that, after they got everything, you see these guys, they hop right out. Oh, I think he's doing one last pat down. Look at that. They just don't care. These guys are brazen. They are brazen. No F's given, y'all. None. They knew exactly what they wanted to do. And then they're just off, just like that. They all get in and just drive off. And you know, these people are like, what is going on here? And that's that. That's the robbery. So let's continue with the article here. Okay, 2 of the victims had Rolex watches stolen, valued at $37,000. God dog, y'all. There is absolutely no way you would see me walking outside with something that just has that much value, even in the nice parts of town. I'm sorry. I'm good with my little $200 Apple Watch, and I got the old one too. I don't keep up with the new series. Video shows the suspects were all wearing dark clothing and COVID masks. I thought it was interesting they called them COVID masks. Just call them masks, but whatever. Suspects then got inside a silver Honda Accord that searchers say was stolen, but has since been recovered because they couldn't afford their they couldn't afford their own car because they were extra dusty. According to sources, the same suspects are believed to be behind 8 Center City gunpoint robberies. So far, both incidents remain under further investigation at this time. And that's all we have on it as of now. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this today, though, the reason why this was concerning to me is because this is happening in the nicer part of Philadelphia, okay? Normally you see something like this happening in Hunting Park, Nicetown, Strawberry Mansion, you know, the lower end neighborhoods. But these guys are getting so brazen, and it's kind of smart in a way. They're robbing the rich folk, the people who have the money. You know what I'm saying? Because it's less likely they're going to have an issue and shoot back. So like you saw, they just ran up on them, took their stuff, drove off like it wasn't even an issue. Why am I talking about this? Because it is the holidays. Safety is paramount. You guys got to be aware as you're out here on these streets making moves. I want you guys to be safe. And I want to talk about some things that you can do to avoid becoming a lick, okay? First thing, try not to stand out as much as possible. You know, even if you're from the area. Like I said, I'm a Philly native, but I never dressed all flashy. I just normal jeans, t-shirt, you know, just a basic look. Even if you're, let's say if you're from there or if you're visiting, just do your best not to stand out. Don't wear anything super expensive. And especially, you'll see it in a lot of overseas countries, right? People go out, they're trying to have a good time. Next thing you know, you wake up in your hotel, all your shit's gone. You was out there flossing and somebody made you a mark, okay? What you wear, how you act, wherever you are, really provides information to everyone around you. So if you are presenting yourself in such a way where you look like you have a lot of money and you're somewhere where you shouldn't be, or maybe you're somewhere just having a good time, that can give someone the idea that, okay, that's an easy mark. Run his donations, you know. And sometimes, you know, especially in different countries, ladies will do the whole roofie thing and rob you while you sleep. But what you wear and how you act while you're out, like I said, provides information to people about you. So just try not to stand out as much as possible. 2, pay attention to your surroundings. So obviously these people didn't have enough time to really react because that car pulled up on them really fast. But I think in most instances, if you're paying attention to what's going around, you can try to avoid different situations that might be coming your way. Now, you won't be able to avoid every situation, but you lower the chances of stuff happening to you, okay? By just being aware, you might see something that just doesn't look quite right. And we often do before stuff happens. We in our subconscious, we're like, something is not right. Or you get a funny feeling about something, right? Pay attention to that. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Know what's going on around you. Know your route. Know where you are. 3rd, if this happens to you, comply if feasible. So like you saw in the video there, they didn't really resist, obviously, because the dudes had weapons. But imagine if one of them would have tried to fight back. That's 3 armed dudes. That could have easily turned into a murder robbery type joint. Then the story would have been a little different. You know what I'm saying? Comply when feasible. The whole name of the game is if something like this goes down, you want to try to increase your chances of survival. And the best bet is just to comply. Give them the money, report it to the police. Yeah, it sucks losing your stuff, but that's kind of part of it, okay? Maybe they can recover it later down the line if it's cash. I mean, consider it gone, but comply. What's more important, the money or your life, okay? You can't replace you. You can get the money back through other ways, but you can't replace you. 4th, and my last point to this is if you're someone who's out there watching, so kind of like the people, you saw the people crossing the street, they just kept going. They didn't want to be a part of it. You don't want to be the hero in these kinds of situations or attempt to be the hero, because I'll tell you what, in the world we live in, heroes die fast, okay? Leave that to law enforcement. If I were in that situation, if I were out there and I saw that going on, I wouldn't try to take on 3 armed people. At that point, you're asking for trouble. You want to get to a safe location. If you really want to do something about it, get to a safe spot, call law enforcement, and just take cover. Like, don't even involve yourself in that thing, because I'm telling you, heroes die fast. Heroes die fast in this. Leave that to the police, okay? That's pretty much all I got. Philadelphia, Philly. I'm sorry I had to do it. You know, that's home, but it had to be done. We got to talk about this stuff. This isn't okay. You got these dusty people out here robbing people of their hard-earned money, and they're just trying to be out there and have a good time. But, you know, maybe some of these tips that I provided, you guys take them, use them. If you don't already do them, share them, all that good stuff. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for the algorithm. Hit the bell so you get notified more content like this drops. And until next time, peeps, peace.